is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. Now, to everyone that is watching this video, I just want you to take just a quick moment. I want you to take off your glasses if you have glasses, or if you don't have glasses, then pretend that you have glasses and take them things off, dog. Put them off to the side, and I just want you to inhale the air around you, just... And I want you to let yourself know. I want you to real deal think about this. That in the billions of years that the Earth has been here, that for the 4.5 billion years that the planet Earth has been here, you were specifically chosen to have been born in the era of the best-selling manga in history! By God, nearly the second best-selling comic of all time! Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one, the only, One Piece! Man, it feels so good to be back. Hurricane season is still here, but screw all the nonsense, bro. We're gonna wait. It's because there ain't no storm possible that can stop the hype train and the greatness and the awesome sauce of the best-selling manga in history, man. I hope everybody's having a great one. I hope everybody's having a great week. It's been an insane week, man, from a video game standpoint. Really big on that side over there. Love my video games. So just to have all these wonderful trailers coming off for Power Warriors, Final Fantasy VII, and Neo just got announced, and they showed off a trailer for that. And just the great trailers they've been showing off at Tokyo Game Show, and it's been great, man. But the number one thing in the week, man, the number one piece of entertainment that I can possibly bring into my system is the latest installment of the Wano. Now greatness, bro. You know what I'm saying? So here we are with One Piece chapter 955. Super excited. Before I get into it, though, I just want to give another quick update when it comes to the poll results video that I have for the top 10 favorite episodes. They'll be coming out soon. Hopefully, because the chapter came out early this week, I'll be able to actually sit down and be able to record that either tonight or tomorrow. Since there is no chapter tomorrow, I'll be able to focus time on that. So I'm hoping to do it tomorrow, but we will see what happens. We will see what happens. I want to do it as quickly as possible because I'm going to be having a part 1 and part 2 most likely. So I'm going to do the poll results first, and then later on down the line, do my own personal favorite, top 10 favorite episodes. So we'll see what happens. Without further ado, man, let's get right into chapter 955. And this chapter is titled Enma. Oh my, bro. I already like where this is going, son. We already know where we're going. So you're telling me we're either going to see greatness for this man, or we're going to see some Odin greatness. That's 100% confirmed. 100% confirmed. If we're seeing the title Enma, we're about to see some great stuff. Chapter 955, coming off of a break as well. Now here we see Capone Gang Biji pointing off into the sunset. He's pointing off into that amazing Final Fantasy VII trailer that we got yesterday. He's like, yeah, you know how Keanu Reeves pointed towards the Cyberpunk trailer during E3. That's what Capone Gang Biji's doing, dog. He's pointing off into the sunset. He's like, you know what? The Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. He's like, you know what? I am the GOAT. You know what? One Piece is the GOAT. That's what Capone Gang Biji is saying with his powerful finger, dog. Gang Biji's Oh My Family Volume 6. Let's pick up supplies on that island. So they arrive right here in front of a very big island. The structure that's in front of them, this mass build of rocks, is right in front of them. It looks like they're gonna need to take a turn in order to. Well, then again, with the way that Capone does things, he probably blast right through that rock and get right inside. So you never know, son. You never know. But here we go. Starting off the chapter immediately with Hiyori. Immediately, I am worried about Otoko, but Kawamatsu, I will not go with you to meet everyone yet. It is forbidden to rouse emotions before the start of a war. Listen to that statement. I will not go with you two to meet everyone yet. It is forbidden to rouse emotions before the start of a war, and Hiyori understands it better than anyone, especially since she's been waiting for the past 20 years for a miracle like this to take place. So with that being said, hopefully, or at least in her mind, she's like, hopefully now that these things are actually taking a turn for the better, and all these individuals are willing to help out the cause, all these individuals are willing to fight for the honor of my father, and also for my brother, and for myself, and for the origins of Wano and the Kozuki family. So now that everyone's back in place, she does not want to mess that up at all. And I completely understand that. Like, she's putting herself aside. As much as I know deep down she wants to go see the rest of the individuals that probably meant so much to her, even though she was younger at the time, probably didn't spend as much time, but still, within your heart, you know that's your brother. Within your heart, you know that was Odin's retainers. And even with all that being said, even though she probably wants to see them very, very badly, she understands that right before a war, something like that it would cause unnecessary emotional distress within the crew around them. At least in her mind, that's the way because it could work in either way. It could either work to mess them up emotionally, or it could work to motivate them. That's just the way it works with war. You never know what is going to cause like a turn in the tides. But because Oda's saying this, I'm going to assume that Hiyori is going to have a moment with Momonosuke or the rest of the retainers, either in Onigashima or after Onigashima. I'm going to stick with after, but because of the way this arc has been going, it could very well be in the middle. Who knows? But I like this panel, though, with the snow falling down behind her, just showing a shot of her with a white background. It's really nice. And she even gets on her knees. Please, join together and protect Wano. Here we have Kawamatsu and Zoro. Princess, you cannot bow to us? Yo, but that's how you know she's serious. That's how you know that somebody of that caliber, of that social status, you know, a royal individual getting down on her knees to ask for something. That's how you know it's something serious. Somebody with pride. We saw how much pride Hiyori has in sticking with that persona of Komurasaki for so long without giving it up. And we saw the pride of her pride as the daughter of a samurai. We saw that displayed 100% in full form back during that portion of the arc with Orochi and Kyoshiro back at the capital. So we know how much pride she has in that. And the fact that she's willing to protect that even by humbling herself is really, really important here. And it really is a testament to the kind of character that Hiyori is. And I appreciate Oda taking his time to show us a panel like that. Let's see. Wano Country, Kuri, Amigasa Village. Whoa, is that true? Lady Hiyori's alive? Is that the Tengu? Oh no, everyone... It's everyone together. That tomboy said something so courteous. She really has grown up. Kawamatsu, I can only imagine the worst after you were caught. Oh, Kawamatsu came back with them! Where is she now? Is someone protecting her? Rest assured, we left her at a safe location. Yo, Kawamatsu's back with the squad, dog. Anyway, I'm so glad, seriously. Brother, flying kick. Oh no! Momonosuke is thinking back to Hiyori whenever she was just but a wee lad. Hiyori. Yo, Hiyori had a nasty drop kick, dog. Look at that, man. She's hitting drop kicks like she's AJ Styles, dog. Straight up just hitting them nasty 5-star drop kicks. You know, with the clap. You know when somebody does a nasty drop kick, they clap before they do it? And straight up just like, well, I can't do it. I'll probably kill myself. I do it. Oh, pah! You know what I'm saying, dog? If you've seen a nasty drop kick, then you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, man. Shout out to AJ Styles and Okada for having incredible drop kicks, but was it you who saved her, Zorojuro? I am forever grateful. Momonosuke was Zoro, bro. Hiyori may be no. Bro. So if Zoro already has the blade, right? If Zoro already does have one of the blades entrusted, or the blade entrusted to Hiyori, which is the Enma, and Momonosuke, if he still has the Ame no Habakiri, right? What was the name? Yo, then both of the blades of Odin, like both a metaphorical representation, but also a physical representation, that the right and left hand of Odin are right here in front of you, dog. Zoro with Enma, and Momonosuke with the other blade. I think it was called the Ame no Hibikiri, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and reread that, but with both of his blades, having a conversation. You're may be crude, but she is actually a weak crybaby. And that's just classic brother-sister talk right there. Hey, Momo, how long are you going to live in the past? She's 8 18 years older than you now. Huh? Huh? A flying kick from someone 18 years older? That would hurt! The facts, right? Hey, I wonder if Komodosaki can still deliver a nasty dropkick. She probably can. Hiyori probably can. Was she the beauty that was with you earlier? And look, yo, that's the first thing Sanji's stressing, dog! That's the number one thing Sanji's stressing. From my guys, straight to Zoro was like, are you telling me that the amazingly beautiful individual that I saw with my own eyes, that I had to take out my curly eyebrows, twist them a little bit, and be like, what am I looking at here? That right there, that amazing individual, is Momonosuke's sister? Is Lady Hiyori of Wano? My guy Zoro's probably like, yeah? And? What you gonna do with my girl, dog? What you gonna do with my girl, dog? Go back to Pudding! And look, Sanji and Pudding, top tier OTP, right? But Zoro and Hiyori, top tier OTP. Hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take them in their own individual arcs and their own individual times. They fit together. We'll take it. You know what I'm saying, man? We'll take it. Both, on both sides of the field. Momonosuke, is there anything I can do for you? Yo, this man Sanji immediately wants to go kissing up to Momonosuke, bro. Watch out, dog. Yo, Sanji's a goat. Don't try to butter up too older, brother, you dumbass. The preparations are complete. Is this really okay? We have the Tengu getting ready for everything. Yes, there is no turning back now. We see Kawamatsu look back. Kawamatsu is such a sick design, man. I love how Oda has actually given the time to a character like this and actually has gone out of his way, because Kawamatsu's been built up since we first got introduced to the prison. Way back in, like, I think it was like chapter 125, 26? Maybe, somewhere on there, right? That we've seen this character and we've been really thinking about who is this other character that it is in the prison, you know, with Kid and Luffy. And there was so many different theories. But whenever it was revealed to be Kawamatsu, well, we were all like, okay, now we just need to see, you know, how the character is and whatnot. But when I actually got to see the way that Kawamatsu is, man, I immediately knew that this was my dude, bro. And it continues to progress every single chapter of like, yo, this is my guy, bro. Kawamatsu, the Kappa, man. Like, Kawamatsu the Kappa is just the type of character that even if, like, you pluck him out of One Piece and you put him as a character in something else, just the concept of that character, a pro wrestling samurai who uses his wrestling arts within his samurai art form, or the way that he fights. Like, his fighting style is using the ways of pro wrestling while also using the ways of the sword. That's amazing to me. But the fact that it is in One Piece, the fact that it is in the best-selling manga in history makes 30 times better for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like in this world of and this incredible a mass and ocean of incredible characters and unique characters, he managed to put in a Kappa who is a pro wrestling samurai, bro. A sumo wrestling samurai at that. It's amazing. Sir Hitetsu, I retrieved this from Luffy Taro and Udon. It is the Nidai Kitetsu. Oh, flag nards. Kiku, are you about to give that over to Zoro? Oh, thank you. That boy just grabbed it without permission. Kitetsu. Like I thought, it was a famous sword. Yo, Zoro immediately must have thought of that. Remember back whenever they were together? Because he looked at it, he was like, yo, that looks mad familiar. Alright, now my name is Tenguyama Hitetsu. I am a bladesmith of Wano. For 20 years, I have been waiting for this day, that I would be able to return these to the two of you. He's the one that had the swords? No wonder! So back in the beginning of the arc, whenever he said that he was waiting for somebody, that's what he was waiting for. That's what he was waiting for. He was waiting 20 years for this day so that he would be able to give back the blades to them. No, bro, relax. Look at them, dude. So they look almost exactly the same. The hilt looks very similar. However, the one on the left, definitely, I mean, the one on the, it's a black and white representation, right? The one on the right seems to have like these beads, these circular beads on them with like a design, like a spiral-like design here at the end. And the other one has like what appears to be like a flower. I'm going to assume that it looks like, well, both of them have flowers at the end, but specifically right here at the end of the Enma. Well, I think that, yeah, that is Enma, right? It looks like it has like a little bit of a clover type of design right here, and then we get to see the flower, and we get to see the rest of the blade. Now the rest of the blade looks very similar on both sides. Just one is black, the other one's white. And then the hilt also looks very, very similar. So they look like very similar blades. The only thing that's different is of course the color, and then the edge where you grab onto it. I forgot what the name of that is in a sword. But The blade said to be able to cut even the skies. Ame no habakiri. And the blade said to be able to slice through hell itself. These are Lord Odin's beloved blades. Bro, hold on, man. Hold on. Where's my thing at, bro? Where's my thing at, dog? Where's my thing at? You're about to force me back in the commentary right quick, dog. You're about to force me back in the commentary. Listen to me, dog. Listen to me. Listen to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live in Wano. Billions of people watching around the world. I'm pretty sure that this chapter is going ham. Everyone's reading it. Even though the chapter came out early, people don't care. They're like, yo, chapter is out. We're in like so more because that's how One Piece fans are. And when we know that a chapter is out, we read it. We don't care if it's this day, because we feed for it and we long for it. And on this day, right now in front of me, we have two legendary blades, the two belts that Lord Odin kept with him. The one of them in particular was the one to take down monster Hyakujo no Kaido himself. One of them was so strong that it was possible to even slice the dragon scales off of Kaido. And it makes sense with this description. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in first, weighing in at possibly 4,675 pounds, the blade said to have been able to cut even the skies. Ame no habakiri. And in the other corner, its tag team partner, weighing in at 4,777 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, and the blade said to be able to slice through hell itself. Enma! These are Lord Odin's beloved blades. Man, can you imagine a tag team called Lord Odin's beloved blades, starring Momonosuke and Zoro, bro, carrying Enma and Aba and the Ame no Habakiri, dog? In hand, going up in like swimwear, said to be on the same level as Shusui. These are two of the 21 great swords. So you're telling me that if Zoro managed to have gotten the Shusui back, or if he does manage to get the Shusui back, he will have two of them in his possession, being able to go up in like swimwear, and then on top of that, he'll have the Kitetsu too, bro. What do you think of my masterpiece, Lord Momonosuke? Well, I think I am not yet ready for it. It is not because I am scared, but please hold on to it for a while longer. And we see Momonosuke turn back into a dragon state. As for Enma, it is now yours. Let me just say this before I continue. This dude, the Tengu, Hitetsu, he truly must be a swordsmith of like the highest caliber, man. I mean, this dude is responsible for like creating bankais. You guys remember that one Squad Zero member from Bleach who was a swordsmith as well, man. He doesn't compare, bro. Doesn't compare. What you have here is an individual who created a blade that with a wielder with worthy enough skill to be able to wield such a blade was able to go out and slice the dragon. He was able to go out and actually wound the dragon of Dojima. He was able to go out and actually manage to wound the dragon of rocks in Hyakujo no Kaido. And what you're telling me is that this individual right here, blade in hand, creating these masterful blades. We don't know how many of these masterful blades he has created. We don't know if he's the one responsible for many of these other amazing swords. But this man is definitely up there in top tier now. What I'm curious about also with the Tengu here is that even though he has been waiting for them, has he really been waiting 100% for them? Because we could say that he has been waiting for Hiyori and Momonosuke, or Momonosuke or whoever, like Kanemon, whatever the case may be. But something's telling me, because of his wings, it could very well be that he's been waiting for King. Because we haven't seen King's face either, or the Tengu's, and the wings that the Tengu has, which is the only other person in Wano who has those types of wings behind him, is King. It could very well be the case that King and the Tengu are connected. It's a stretch. I know. Probably as big of a stretch as a stretch 4 in 2K, or a stretch 5. Probably as big of a stretch 5. But I know it's a massive stretch, but just food for thought. Food for thought, because Hitetsu looks very, very similar in terms of just with not showing his face at any given point and having wings behind him. And the only other person that we know that is like that is King. Now, whether that is a purposeful design by Oda, I don't know. But just food for thought. If it's a stretch, it's a stretch. But I'm saying it anyway. Because I find it to be a very, very interesting thing that I just thought about whenever I saw the Tengu sitting right here. And if that were to be the case, and King were to be related to Hitetsu, he would have to wield a blade of some sort. So if he were to wield a blade made by Hitetsu, regardless of the way that however it is that he's related to him, then 100% he would go up against Zoro, which was the original thing that all of us were saying back then, with Zoro versus King being a massive possibility. So just keep that in mind. If that is a possibility, that would create for an incredible matchup for for Zoro, who is a swordsman. Of course, want to become the world's strongest swordsman, but then also on King's side, somebody who is very close to the swordsmith who created the very sword that Zoro has. So just imagine that this man, King, is fighting up against Zoro, and he sees Zoro holding the Enma here, and like, let's just say King knew Hitetsu was a child, so King remembered whenever the Enma was passed down to Zoro, or whenever Hitetsu made the Enma and passed it down to Odin, or something like that, right? And that would create tension between the two of them, because he would be like, "Yo, you're not worthy of holding such a blade. Like that was made by Master Hitetsu or something along those lines." Who knows, man? Who knows? That's just the headcanon that's coming up in my head right now. But just think about it. It's food for thought. It's food for thought. But I could be wrong, and it could very well be that he actually was just waiting for Odin. Oh, I'm sorry. For technically for Odin's retainers and his children, because he was going to return their blades to them. But we never know, man. We never know until Oda tells us. You know what I'm saying? So we'll continue here. As for Enma, it is now yours. Let me just say this. Only one person in this country has ever been able to tame Enma, and it was Kozuki Odin, bro. Odin, I'm telling you. My dog Odin was 100% a goat, man. And because Odin was 100% a goat, you know Roger was 100% a goat, man. It's something that we've already known, that Roger was a goat, but by God, how do you have this many legends under you, bro? I can't wait for this Odin flashback, man. And not only is it because of the connections to Roger, but I just feel like Odin himself as a character, after with this flashback, is gonna end up being one of my favorite characters in the series. Like, I can feel it in the deepest parts of my soul, man. I remember the last time I felt this way was whenever we read chapter 920, whenever I was going through and we started hearing about Odin as a character really in depth for the first time in that chapter, where they were, Kinemon sat them all around and they talked about what happened in the past and whatnot. I just talked about Odin's backstory, and I loved it, man. I really cannot wait until we get to see the actual full story behind Odin on some Mont Blanc Nolan stuff. It's probably going to end up being my favorite flashback character for sure. It really does feel that way, man. Alright, so here we have Zoro over here. Try to cut that tree over there. So Zoro, I will be blunt with you. If it were me, I would not accept this blade. Why not? Brother, why did this man cut off the whole cliff? You're telling me that Odin is the only one, bro? What does this sword have? Does it bring up your attributes? Does it bring up your GOAT level by 30? I don't know. Hey, hold on, dog. Hold on. This man tried to cut the tree, and he cut off the whole damn cliff! I mean, what am I supposed to say? How do I respond? What do I do? This man took off the... Bro, he took Enma out of its sheath. went to go cut a tree. And in the process of going to cut down the tree, so much force came out, he cut off the whole cliff. So you're telling me that a swordsman of Zoro's caliber has a blade that's worthy, bro? He has a blade. Yo, can you just imagine that this man is out in the middle of battle in Onigashima. He takes out Emma for the first time, and he just slashes like a whole thing in half, bro. On some Lost stuff back at Punk Hazard, except for in Lost's case, it was because he did room. There was no room here, bro. It was straight up just trees going down. It was straight up just the whole cliff going down into the waterfall, bro. A clean slice. Hell itself. He cut the whole cliff off. I'm shook. Bro, look at Zoro's arm. You get to see the aura going around. And it's like his arm is like, it kind of became one with the blade there. It's kind of like the blade took on Zoro's entire, I've heard of this before. It's like the Benizakura and Gintama kind of. With the Benizakura and Gintama, Gintama spoilers, but the Benizakura, and this is early Gintama spoilers, but it kind of like sucks the spirit out of an individual, or their will, their life energy, and feeds it into the blade. So are you telling me that Enma is like feeding off of the energy, or like the aura, the haki in Zoro's arm, in order to make itself stronger? My God. Or is that just an after effect of wielding the Enma? Bro, just look at how goat that looks, bro. I'm stressing that this man cut off the whole cliff. Look at his right arm. Bro, look at it. Excuse me. You. Give it back to me. Yo, Zoro's just sitting here, bro. He's holding the dang thing. Bro, just look at his arm, dog. Just completely arm and hockeyed up. This sword will force its wielder to release excessive amounts of Ryo. So that's what it is. It's the sword forcing its wielder to release excessive amounts of Ryo haki. And it will cause unnecessarily large strikes if you were just some normal swordsman. You would have all your energy sucked out and collapse immediately. Well done. Oh, so it was a test. It was, if you were just some normal swordsman, you would have already collapsed. But because Zoro survived just doing one cut, just doing a cut to the cliff, he's worthy. He's worthy. What do you want to do? Do you want a different sword? So then Zoro said, no, I'll take it. I'll take it, yo. He said, I'll take it. So that's a con. Enma. So what this means is once I've gotten used to this sword, I'll be even stronger. Bro, there's no doubt. Did you just see what you just did? My bro, you went to go cut a tree and you got a cliff. What if you use full strength, Ashura Zoro, cutting in a vertical angle while there's things behind you, bro? Imagine there's a massive mountain behind Zoro, and he goes in to cut King or Queen or Kyoshiro. I don't know, man. He's gonna go fight somebody else in another series. I don't know, bro. He's gonna go fight some other swordsman, Killer Bee. I don't flipping know that. He's gonna fight the dude from Samurai Champloo. And they're gonna come in there, and they're gonna be right in front of him. They're gonna try to cut down, and Zoro's gonna go whoosh. And whenever he cuts, not only is he gonna cut the dude in half, it's gonna take the entire mountain place behind them, and it's gonna go. You're gonna see the split. That's gonna be disgusting, bro. Just knowing this is a possibility now is gonna cause for some incredibly hype feats later on down the line. Because we just know that the more excessive force, Zoro just went in to cut a tree. Imagine whenever he uses actual excessive force to try to cut someone down. And behind them, you see the impact of the amount of force he put behind the blade. Yo, Zoro, bro. Yo, my man's is about to go in on Onigashima, dog. Onigashima has to be scared. Because now that it's Onigashima, the island itself has to be fearing for its life. Because Onigashima, not only do they have to deal with Big Mom and Kaido being in the same place at the same time, they already duked it out. Not only that, now you have both of them forming an alliance and using both of their energy against something else. So you already know that's going to cause for massive impact to the island itself. Then they have to worry about the king. When the king comes up and like someone wants to handle his own business. But then on top of that, now they have to worry about dealing with Zoro and Enma, bro. Zoro and Enma. Which had the capabilities to cut a cliff when he was so scared trying to cut a tree. What an amazing man, Kappa. Kuri Amigasa Village. Oh man, yo, we switched over. I'll take it though. That was beast. Just being able to see how the Enma blade is and what exactly it does to you. Like now I can see why this man Odin was able to was able to take on Kaido in the way that he did. This thing was feeding off of his real energy. And if this man Odin had Conqueror's King Haki to like max levels, his real Haki must have been on another level. You know what I'm saying? So you already know why he was able to take out Kaido. Or not take him out, but injure him. With massive and excessive amounts of real Haki being poured into the Enma? I can't wait to see that. During my Kuri Amigasa Village, 3 days left until the raid. 3 days now. During my investigation, I was able to find out that the Beast Pirates army is around 20,000 strong. 20,000! And Shogun Orochi will have around 10,000 men escorting him during the Shogun procession, so 30,000. In other words, the day of our raid, there will be 30,000 enemies on Onigashima. Another really nice panel, very similar to Hiyori's panel earlier on the chapter, where it just shows Robin with a white background behind her, focusing on her character. And we have another one right here with Ashura Doji. We do not want to get the commoners involved either, not to mention the enemy's territory advantage. Even with the mansion blueprints, we are still at a disadvantage. On the other hand, we have roughly 4,000 people. We can rule out a straight-up confrontation, 30,000 versus 4,000, unless they manage to take on a whole bunch individually. And we know the Strats are capable of that. Yo. Can you imagine a scene where my man the king pulls a Fishman Island and takes out like 5 to 10K with King Zaki alone? I would mark out like a madman, bro. I mean, legit. I would mark out so hard for a scene like that, though I don't know if that's a possibility, but it is a possibility. It is a possibility. Curry Port Itachi, all of you get to fixing him. That was Frankie. We don't have much time. We need the sturdy enough to carry 10,000 people just to be safe. There will not be that many. You idiot, there's nothing wrong with making sure we have extra. It is a waste of time and effort. Let's make a bet on how many people will gather. Udon Prisoner Mine, King Kong Gun, and we have Luffy training in Gear 4. Bro, when Luffy finishes training here, because of the amount of time that he's put into it, Luffy actually training, bro. My man's gonna come out of this like a beast, bro. I mean, with the Rio Haki on flex. It's not enough. You're using too much brute strength. That is not enough? Amigasa Village, Bamboo Forest. And then we have Zoro. Zoro, I was told not to say the word Tsunachi. Oh, snatch. That thing that Zoro's continued to say and that Kiku said was something that, like, they weren't allowed to say. The geezers in my village used to say it back in the day, so it was something that I just picked up. Excuse me? Hold on. Zoro, I was told not to say the word Tsunachi. And then we have Zoro say, the geezers in my village used to say it back in the day. The geezers in my village used to say it back in the day, so it was something that I just picked up. What geezers were in this man's village? Amigasa Village, 2 days until the raid. We've arrived. So is he talking about, whenever he's over there with Koshiro? Whenever he's training with Kuina? Those geezers? Or far beyond that? Yo, Oda, what are you trying to imply here with Zoro, dog? We made it, master. Who is that? Is that Tama? Is that Luffy? Is that the king? We made it, master. Chopper, Luffy, hoodies, bro. Oh, Tama, I was worried. Bro, they're ready. Yo, even the Yakuza bosses are here with their fresh designs. Look at that guy right here with the bells, bro. You already know my boy King Bell. That's his name. His name's gonna be King Bells, bro. My man is gonna come up in like somewhere. We're gonna walk up into Onigashima. Kaido's gonna hear the bells. He's gonna be like, they've arrived. You're gonna see them all walk up, bro. Dun, 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 dun. And leading that stride is gonna be the king, but next to him is Mr. King Bells, bro. People are running in fear when they hear them things. Sir Kinemon, we have gathered 200 more people. Seriously? With this, our numbers have grown to around 4,200. I've yet to hear... 4,200. If they get the alliance, that's 5,600. Around 9,800, right? Yeah, 9,800. So let's just say that they get somebody else. It could turn into a war of 30,000 versus 10,000, unless they gather even more people. That would have to be the case. That would have to be the case. That would have to be the case. There has to be a reason why that number is so specific. 4,200. 4,200. You had the 5,600 from Luffy's alliance, 9,800. And then another 200 after that. Jinbei? Marco? Revolutionaries? I don't know. I have yet to hear from Sir Law, but who cares if he joins or not? No, he is insanely strong, Shinobu. Big bro trained too much, he's not waking up at all. And here we have Tama taking care of Luffy. Luffy's gone, he's a slump, bro. But you can't blame him, my man was training non-stop for the past couple days. The flower capital, Rasetsu District, a prisoner showcase. People caught in the capital. It's regretful to say, but there is nothing we can do. Even their families have been caught. The hardiest of samurai are there, but... Hey, guard, the festival is soon, I want to attend it. Not a chance! Silence! Damn it, this is our final chance, even though everyone is putting their lives on the line. You have worked hard, everyone. Use the remaining time to move and prepare for the upcoming battle. We shall meet at the promised port. They're gonna all meet at the promised port, bro. Understood. You're weaving up Yogo to the flower, bro. And if he let Luffy go, then that means Luffy's ready, dog. Luffy's ready. Kuriyama got the village one day until the raid. One day! Bro, we're about to go with Onigashima! Well, Sir Luffy, our group will be leaving now. We must arrive ahead of everyone else. Okay, the Sunny's on the beach here, so we'll be fine. Don't get captured. Of course, we will be on high alert. We're counting on you. You could count on us. Bro, and we don't know about the strategy that they came up with last chapter, so we're in the dark. All right, let's meet at the port. Yeah, in this country, there are countless industrial chimneys, and even more unfortunate laborers. Is it true? What do you mean? Hey, did you hear the rumor about Lord Yasui? They said that he covered for the Red Scabbards. That paper, apparently, it was not just a prank. It was a hidden message for the raid. That was obvious. Do not give me false hope. The Kozuki family met such a terrible fate 20 years ago. Even if Kanemon and the others have survived somehow, their minds will be shattered at this point. They will not be able to stand up to them again. Nah, bro, don't try Kinemon, bro! Don't try Kinemon and Kawamatsu and Raizo, Hiyori, Momonosuke, don't try them, dog! Kanjuro! Hey, we will never be free. Hang in there. Come on, man. Whenever you have Luffy on your side, bro, you will always be free. In a closed-off country like this, no help will come. There is no one who is able to stand up against Kaido. Yo, bro, look at this! Looking fresh with the hats on and everything! This is a godly battle! Together with the 7 of the Red Scabbards, one ninja, and 1 leading figure, they depart in silence. They walk upon the withered earth, the land's hollow cries ringing out like the winter forest. Oh, don't you relax on the wordplay. The dazzling sun burns brightly in the midday sky. Sparse streaks of clouds strewn across the heavens. 20 years past, burdened with the weight of being yeah, you can just hear Overtaken playing in the background, but the weight of being unable to avenge their master, they wander across these lands as ghosts. The sun illuminates their figures, burning 9 deep shadows into the barren ground. If we emerge victorious, we will make sure to build them grander graves. And here we have Otoko looking at Yasui's grave. Wanda and Carrot looking at Pedro's. Boy, are you getting used to Enma? The sword you wield, the Sandai Kitetsu, is my creation. Even the Kitetsu says they are similar in that neither can be wielded by the weak. But the main reason that you're getting used to it so quickly is because that white sword, the Wado Ichimonji, the white sword, the Wado Ichimonji and Enma were made by the same person. His name was Shimotsuki Kozaburo. He left this country illegally over 50 years ago. Shimotsuki Kozaburo. Wait, so the Enma wasn't made by the Tengu? I thought it was. So he made the Sandai Kitetsu, but he did not make the Enma. So the person who made the Enma's name was Shimotsuki Kozaburo. He left this country illegally over 50 years ago. Perhaps Lady Hiyori noticed that blade of yours, which prompted her to give you her father's keepsake. Enma has yet to become a black blade. In your hands, I'm sure it will reach that level. Yo, a black blade! Just you wait, Kaido. Bro, this man, Luffy, yo, do y'all remember? Bro, I remember this one time. It was like back whenever I was watching Naruto Weekly. There was one time whenever Naruto went through a Sengun and like the tree behind it exploded and Sasuke the Chidori and he barely did anything. This is what this reminded me of right here, dog. Luffy hit, just punched the tree and behind it this massive explosion. Yo, my guy's ready. Give me a lucky. This is Ray Kaido. Udon is fine. Yeah, there are no problems at all. Was that a false report? How dare he do something so untrustworthy? Is that Orochi? Oh, well, as long as I can suppress it, it'll be okay. So it has changed from Port Habu to Port Tokage. Kozuki Hiyori's alive? Yo, who's relaying this information? No problems at all. Was it a false report? How dare he do something so untrustworthy as well? So it has changed from Port Habu to Port Tokage. Bro, they have a traitor. You see, bro. Why is Law's picture like that, dog? Nah, bro. See, I hate when Oda does this. Now get ready. Is that Hiyori? No! I know what this means. I know what this means, bro. The end of Act 2. With clear blue skies and cherry blossoms scattering across the flower capital, the curtains finally fall on the day of the fire. The Shogun procession is passing through. The war that will shake the fate of the world itself. We will now begin Wano Country Act 2 Fiend. Oh my god, bro. All right. Status report. You know what we do? I created this thing when chapter 903 came out. We're doing a status report. I even still have my old table of contents from the Reverie arc. You know what I'm saying, man? We're doing a status report for chapter 920. I have to, coach. Act 2 is over. This man ended Act 2 when he came back from a break. What a goat. Listen to me. Status report. Act 2. My rating. It's GOAT, baby! Let's get it! Yo, man! Dog! This man, Oda, proceeded to go on a break and then came back to give us the end of Act 2 so that we have Act 3 next week. Bro, next week's chapter might be the best chapter in One Piece, bro. Legit. Because we need to find out what the inciting incident is in the Reverie that is going to cause all the nonsense that's going to happen in Onigashima. Now is the time. Now is the time when we all are going to see what exactly is that incident that Oda was talking about. What was that incident that's going to go from the Reverie and leak into Wano, because 2 weeks have already passed. The Reverie's over. So what we're going to see now is that they're going to go to the past next chapter. This post Act 2 thing might go on for a couple of chapters. Because I can see the next chapter going off to somewhere else. We're seeing the aftermath of the Reverie. And then at the end of the chapter, we get this massive, shocking twist. Then the following chapter is, this is what happened to make this take place. And the following chapter will probably be what happened in the Reverie. Which means we might see Dragon and Instant Messenger, Sabo, bro. Oh, man. I need air. This chapter was flipping GOAT. This chapter was awesome sauce. I felt the hype with every single panel that happened. I felt everything in my body just rushing, bro, because, yo, it's GOAT! Flipping flatters. I feel the hype. I'm ready, bro. Zoro's gonna go ham. Luffy stamped her, bro. Do you see this? The king? My man's gonna punch a tree. My man's gonna punch Kaido's gonna feel behind him. Ryuaki. The end of Act 2, man. You know what that means. Now, I have another thing to do. I have my Recon piece that I need to do for my results, but I might have to postpone my own personal top 10. Now I gotta do a Wano Act 2 recap, bro, like I did for Act 1. And I cannot wait to talk about Act 2. That's gonna be such a fun Recon piece, man. I'm gonna have to spend the next, sometime in the next couple days, I'm gonna reread the arc, or reread that part of the arc. And we'll do that Recon piece, man. But Yo. We've got to do an afterthoughts, man. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow or tonight. I'm going to try to come on here and do an afterthoughts because I want to get y'all in this. We would do a stream, talk about the possibilities for the next chapter. Act 2 so far, or Act 2 in general. We got to do an afterthoughts, man. Yo, Orochi right here is indicating that there has been a traitor, bro. And this shows Law's face, but because it's Oda, is it really Law that's traitor? But the thing is, like, I'm not one of those people that believes Law is going to betray them. Or at the very least, I am someone that believes that if Law does betray them, it is for the greater good of their entire alliance. Because, excuse me, that's just the type of dude that Law is. Law is not only a very loyal person, but Law is the type of person that will go through whatever strategic means to ensure the victory and the safety of what is going on, of the operation at hand. So with that being said, if he decided to betray, quote unquote, or go against the Straw Hats in order to ensure the safety of the entire alliance, that's a possibility. I can see that, but what I can't see is for Law's own goal, for Law's out of his own will, in order to ensure his own spot, like in the Yonko crew or whatever, that he will betray Luffy. The only way that he's doing the betrayal is to either ensure the safety of Beppo and crew, which I would hate, but at the same time I would be like, okay, he did it out of as a captain. But I really do think that if he does end up being this quote unquote traitor, it is for the overall beneficial. It is to benefit the overall alliance at the end of it. I really, really do think that's the case. Because after Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, and even Zoe, I don't see how Law would betray them now. I think maybe that might have been his original intention back in Punk Hazard, but I feel like he would have had a change of heart. But because it's Oda will always break ankles left and right for certain things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this traitor is, the one that's relaying information to Orochi and whatnot. Because obviously they already know and their plan's about to get foiled. But yo, man. Goat, man. Yo, the narration in this chapter was top tier, dog. It was top tier. You had Hiyori bowing before Zoro, showing off, the pride that she has, but she's willing to humble herself. Finding out that Hiyori was actually still alive with them. Zoro and Momonosuke. Zoro getting the Enma, dude. Bro, the blade that's even able to cut the skies, the Amano Habakiri, and the blade that's able to slice through hell itself, the Enma. Lord Odin's beloved blades. This man cut an entire cliff, bro. A flipping cliff. And then Zoro was able to, he was like, give it back to me, dog. Yeah, this thing goes right back. Yo, Zoro and Enma are going to make quite a nice couple, man. I can't wait to see what kind of damage they do, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Going with this 3,000 versus 4,000 thing, right? So they just got 200 more members. I really do think that Oda has something planned for that number in particular, man. There's no reason why he would be that specific or 4,200 unless he has something in mind. Same thing with the Alliance being 5,600 men. There's going to be some sort of connection here, man. Who is that additional 200, though? They're going to make it 10,000, because 30,000 versus 10,000 isn't as bad as 30,000 versus 4,000, you know what I'm saying? Man, Onigashima's about to be insane, bro. Onigashima's next! King Kong gun. The Snatchy, Zoro saying the geezers in my village used to say back in the day. Like, what is Oda implying with that, man? I know in the community we've been speculating that Oda could very well be, or Zoro could very well have, like, origins that come from Wano. But, like, what does it continue to imply with that, man? I mean, it can't be something that simple. Like, it has to go even further beyond that, knowing Oda and just the way that he is, because he's probably leading us into one thing and he's going to break our ankles, because that's just the way that he does things, right? But the Yakuza bosses, Luffy finishing his training, Kinemon, bro, at the Promised Port. Luffy and Kinemon promising to meet at the port. Yo, and this panel, bro, this page in the final page, man, dude, amazing double page spreads. With, look at them, the scabbards, bro. Look at Momonosuke, dog. He's ready to deliver a promo. They all look so fresh, bro. Ready to go up in like summer, man. Together with 7 of the red scabbards, 1 ninja and 1 leading figure, they depart in silence. They walk upon the withered earth, the land's hollow cries ringing out like the winter frost. The dazzling sun burns brightly. In the midday sky, sparse streaks of clouds strewn across the heavens. 20 years pass, burdened with the weight of being unable to avenge their master. They wander across these lands as ghosts. The sun illuminates their figures, bringing 9 deep shadows into the barren ground, bro. Then we see them looking at the graves. It real deal feels like we're about to get started, bro. And so the person who the swordsmith who made the Wado Ichimonji and Enma was an individual called Shimotsuki Kozaburo. He left this country illegally over 50 years ago. That has to have some sort of connection to something, possibly even Zoro. Enma's yet to become a black blade in your hands. I'm sure it will reach that level, bro. Zoro with a black blade, that's some Mihawk stuff, dog. Bro, that Luffy, just you wait, Kaido. Orochi, man, and then we get, now get ready. With clear blue skies and cherry blossoms scattered across the flower capital, the curtains finally fall on the day of the fire festival. The Shogun procession is passing through. The war that will shake the fate of the world itself will now begin. I'm so hyped, bro. I can't wait. And there's no break next week. You know, I'm going to come back. I'm going to fly into this chair, bro. I might stay up for the chapter. I never stay up. The only time I stay up for chapters is whenever I know the following chapter is going to be insane because of the way my sleep schedule works. And the certain things important things I have to do like the following morning, I don't usually stay up. But there's certain times where I do, bro, where I just have to. I feel like next week, I might just have to stay up for the next chapter of One Piece, bro. I feel like I might just have to. We'll see. We will see. I might do it. We'll see, man. We'll see. I might have to, bro. Legit. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I hope everybody has an awesome sauce of a day. Take care, man. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope everybody is having a blessed one. I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. Thank you so much for watching me ramble for the past, like, hour or so. But, yeah, man, just let me know in the comment section down below what y'all thought about this chapter, about Act 2, and what you think is going to happen next week with Act 3 possibly starting, or if we're going to see what's going down Reverie. I really do 110% believe that we're going to go to an across the world, or around the world, chapter next week, seeing the aftermath of the Reverie, and we're going to see what is going to lead into Onigashima. We're going to see what that incident is in Reverie that is going to leak into Onigashima. We're going to see some crazy stuff going down in the next couple chapters. This is an extremely exciting time to be a fan of the best-selling manga in history. I cannot wait for the next chapter, but I'm already sweating, dog. I'm sweating. I'm ready, man. Onigashima is about to be the best and most incredible, most insane stuff in the series, dude. I'm super, super hyped. But man, dude, Act 2's over. Act 2's over, man. Can't wait to talk about it soon. Like I said, I'm hoping to be back very, very soon with a Recon piece and/or an Afterthoughts. I'm going to try to do all of them this weekend. The Recon piece for the results. And the Afterthoughts, I'm thinking about saving the Afterthoughts for after the Viz, because I know the Viz translation comes out tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. So then I'll have that to lead back on for certain things. Like I want to wait for the Viz to talk about the Zoro thing with the Tsunachi, and also the swordsmith thing, like to talk about the certain whenever they're hyping up the blades. I'm gonna wait for Viz, I think, for that stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to do that poll results soon. I really, really want to talk about this chapter and afterthoughts and what we expect to happen in Act 3, as well as like the future of the series, and what's gonna happen here soon. But dog, I hope everybody has a GOAT day. One Piece greatness, man. Chapter 955, awesome sauce. Wano greatness, bro. Wano greatness. I truly, those final couple pages really, I mean, real deal had me wanting to go fight in this war, bro. Like, I'm ready, dog. I can't wait. Amazing chapter. I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a blessed one, bro. I'll see you in the comments. One Piece greatness, man.